I refuse to give up our airplane seats. Listen to this crazy story time while you watch me refresh and moisturize my protective style to retain length. Am I the a-hole for not giving up my husband's seat on a plane? This happened to us while flying to France out of Raleigh. My husband and I had booked our aisle and middle seats together. While boarding, my husband got up to use the bathroom before the pre-flight announcement. As we double-checked our seat location, there was a woman already sitting in the window seat of our row with a baby. As soon as I put my purse in my seat to take off my sweater and settle in, her husband came over to sit in my husband's seat. He looked at me and said, "Oh, I need to sit next to my wife and baby." I responded without moving out of his way that it was my husband's seat and he was in the bathroom. He said, would he mind sitting in my seat, and proceeds to point all the way towards the back of the plane. I immediately responded, I can speak on behalf of my husband, and that would be no. They both looked at me with confused looks on their faces, like I somehow didn't have a right to politely decline. Then they tried to get the flight attendant's attention. But as they did that, the person sitting directly behind the woman with the baby lifted herself up from her seat and said, if you knew you were flying with a baby, you should have made sure your seats were booked together. They both looked at each other, then at the lady behind us, and blankly looked at me, while they mumbled something about trying to do just that and couldn't for whatever reason. By then, my husband was back and hers had already walked away. My husband sat down and I quietly told him what had just occurred in case her husband might come back and ask him himself or bring the flight attendant over. And he was glad I didn't let his seat go. With it being a long ride and him having anxiety about flying, he definitely didn't want to be sent to the back of the plane alone, and I definitely didn't want to be alone sitting next to a couple with a small baby for hours across the Atlantic. But I was even more appreciative of the woman behind us who spoke up just because. Safe travels, everyone. Were we a-holes? The issue of whether or not we were came up recently when extended family members made statements about how we could have been more considerate to that family when traveling. No, you were not the a-holes. I'm sorry, but if I book a flight, I carefully book a flight with my partner, my boyfriend, my husband, my best friend, anybody at all. If I book a flight and I specifically make sure that I want to sit down with this person during the flight, it is for a purpose, all right? It's because I want to sit with them. You are not going to come and make me feel uncomfortable for your mistake, for something you did not do due diligence for. I am not the one. And neither should this lady or her husband be. Some time ago, we traveled to go see, celebrate with one of our friends who was doing her sign out in a different university. And we booked a bus from our city to another city. And I made sure we sat together, me and my best girl. Me and my best friend sat together. Like under nothing on earth would have made her to sit in a different, like, why are you sitting far in front and I'm sitting somewhere at the back? I booked a seat with my husband, with my baby, with my best friend, with my boyfriend because I want to sit down with him or with her during the flight or during our journey. I want to be with that person. I want to converse with this person. I want to, have this person's company, enjoy this person's company, and have them enjoy mine as well. Why should I make myself uncomfortable? Why should one of us have to go and sit at the far back? And both of them to feel entitled, to feel surprised that you would decline and try to call the flight attendant's attention. What's the flight attendant supposed to do? Excavate or remove you by force out of a seat you paid for? What the? And if they knew that they were going to, they should have made extra care too. The way you and your husband made extra care to make sure you sat together is the same way they should have made extra care to make sure that their seat was together. Kudos to the lady behind who stood up for you guys. People out here are really, really entitled. Like the more I do these story times, the more I am so shocked about the entitlement of people. My flabbers are usually gasted. My flabbers are gasted, honestly. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also turn on your post notifications so that you can be notified each and every single time I make videos like this. I will see you in my next video. Bye.